As you can see, we're in the title screen. I haven't even pressed start yet because we have a new world. It's Rush Duel time. I have watched a bit of Sevens. I know how Rush Duels work. And I am actually pretty looking forward to having a new format in Duel Links. I don't think it's gonna kill the game, probably, but in any case, I'm probably still going to play Crystons. But let's see. Let's press start, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no idea what the new world has or what new boxes we're getting. I guess we'll find out. It's a live reaction. Ooh, okay. Seven's World release campaign, one pack. I don't know what that pack is, but I assume it's pretty good because it's shiny and there's like this new skill icon. I'm assuming it's the Rush Jewel skills. That's Rush Jewel's Dark Magician, and that's a normal Dark Magician. Okay, we're getting some tickets. It's always nice having prismatic dream tickets. It's always nice. Okay. Let's look at the new stuff. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's see how far this goes. Okay, it goes all the way to here. Okay, new accessories. We got an animated mat. That's cool. Seven's Road. That's cool. I guess I'm not particularly interested, but I guess it's nice to have. Free total of 20 packs. We're not getting a new speed jewel box, but we are getting the new Rush Jewel main box, which is pretty good. It is expected. I do wish they're gonna still make a new box for speed jewels, but I guess not. But I guess 20 packs is good. And also we're getting a new Rush Jewel structure deck. Okay, let's have a look at the structure deck. I don't really know what it has. Okay, whatever. Let's have a look at the cards. Lightning Volt Condor. Requirements. Send one. Ooh, that's the new Rush Jewel card interface. It's pretty cool. Send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. All face-up monsters on your opponent's field with the same attribute as the monster sent to the graveyard loses the level times 300. It's not particularly interesting. Level 7 Darkness Crested Hawk. If your opponent has a face-up light attribute monster, send a top card of your deck to the graveyard, and then gain 1,000 attack. Okay. Okay, why is this limit free? Oh, okay. Send one card from your hand to your graveyard. Change the battle position of one of your monsters in your opponent's field. Is that it? It's level 6, so you need a tribute. How is this good? Actually, I don't know anything about the metagame of Rush Duels. Maybe it's very good, I just don't know about that. But I'm not... I don't see how this is, like, worthy of being limited to free, especially because it does need a discard. Even though, I mean, you draw your entire hand every single turn, but that still limits the amount of stuff you can do in your turn, which I don't think is, like, that good. Anyway, Parrot. If your opponent has 2 or more face-up monsters on the field, send the top card of deck to your graveyard. The attribute of one face-up monster on your opponent's field becomes light. How is this good? Oh, is it because you can use it with the Darkness Crested Hawk? I guess. I guess that's a combo to, you know, gain 1,000 attack. Hydro Magician. Level 5 vanilla. Harpy Girl, level 2 vanilla. Level 4 vanilla. Just a bunch of vanillas, okay. Okay, that's not vanilla. Send a spell trap from your hand to the grave. Add a wing beast monster. That's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. You get to get back the stuff that you sent to the graveyard. Usually, you're probably gonna send them via tribute summoning. You just grab him back. You use it again. And also, because I know that legend cards can only be included as like a single copy in your deck, so that might be able to grab you back one of those if a legend card with 1500 or less attack exists. Fire Golem pay. Wait, did I skip a card? Yes, I did. Okay, I skipped. Mystic Dealer. Spend a spellcaster from your hand to graveyard, draw a card. Okay, it's not bad. Pay 600 life points. One face-up monster in your opponent's field loses defense. I mean, attack would be better, but I guess it's not a very good card. Get a cat. Darkness approaches. It's a really funny card. Used to be able to flip a monster to face down attack position, but it can't do that anymore. Giant Tortoise of Greed. Whenever normal summons a monster, you draw 2 cards. I mean, like, you're gonna draw your entire hand every single turn anyway, so I guess. Anyway, doesn't seem really compelling to me. And oh, it's a free. It says a free structure deck. You just get that for free. Monarch Stormforth. Stormforth is pretty good. And also it's searchable with the skill that you get from Silvio that gives you Pantheism. So that's cool. You get Monarch support, I guess. It's a good card. Summon Skull for Rush Jewels. Okay, that should be pretty good, because Summon Skull only needs 1 tribute. And it has a pretty high attack. So I'm assuming that it's a pretty good card. And also it's a legend. So it's just better than Dark Magician, because it has the same stats but 1 less tribute. Another new. Okay, that's the same one. Never mind. It's the same one, but I guess this one is just the campaign that gives you a free structure deck. I'm assuming. Okay, this is what I'm excited about. New Super Mini Box, Terrors of the Overworld. I love this card. I've played this card in Master Duel. I play Labyrinth. I play this card in Master Duel. I play this card IRL in my IRL Labyrinth deck. Really good card. It sends any card. It's like IDP, but you can also use it on back row. And even though you're giving back your opponent a card, it doesn't really matter if you set a hand trap of your opponent. But even if you don't have hand traps in Duel Links, which even if it's not that popular, you can just set whatever monster your opponent has in the graveyard, and you can just beat over it next turn. It's in a way a slightly more versatile IDP, in that it not only works against any type of monster, it also works against back row, and also achieves the same effect of getting rid of one of your opponent's monsters in the graveyard. Definitely a very good card. I will consider playing this card in basically every single deck that I play. And also, let's have a look at the new cards in the thing. Ooh, the shop looks a bit different, but we'll have a look at that later. Yeah, they're over at 3, I know that. We get Mech Knights, Underclock Taker, 2 effect monsters. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster discards point 2, and 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. The opponent monster loses attack equal to the attack of the monster that it points to. Okay, this is actually pretty nice, because if you want to ladder into something like a Nightmare Unicorn, and you need a Link 2 to kind of Link climb into your bigger Link monsters, this is a pretty decent option, because unlike Nightmare Unicorn, or I mean, unlike Nightmare Phoenix or Cerberus, or even the one that discards a card and pops a card, but your opponent can reveal something to negate it. I forgot what the name of that one is. Brute Enforcer, yeah, Brute Enforcer. Uh, those cards all need a discard, and sometimes you don't have a discard. So this is like the second best thing you could make, and it also helps you basically OTK or just beat over your opponent's big monsters, which is I think pretty good. What does this do? What you can normal summon or set this card without tributing. Its original attack becomes 1500. Main phase quick effect. Target on opponent's most of attack less than or equal to discard. And return discard to the hand and then steal it until the end phase. Okay. I think this is just Monarch support because it has the Monarch stat and has the Monarch stat line. So I'm assuming that's just a good turn one Monarch tribute summon monster. I'm assuming. Because I think that's the only thing we have that has the Monarch stat line, but also has a quick effect that does something during your opponent's turn. So I guess that's probably the best thing you can make for Monarchs. And yeah, we're also getting some Monarch support, so I am assuming that that's like the intended way of using it. And yeah, the other stuff is just Mech Knights and Monarchs. Okay, so I guess we, even though we didn't have a new main box or just a new normal box for speed jewels, I guess we still got some new stuff, which is pretty nice. We will go and open the pack later, but for now we can go back to the news and see what else we got. Okay, that's a new box. New rush box, which we will have a look later. Stormforth is at 1. All of these are at 3. Actually, I can't give a judgment on if these monsters are worth to be at 3, but I guess time will tell. We will see. But Overroot at 3 is expected and justified. And what is this? Oh yeah, the ban list is alive, and also we get new characters. Okay, good. Okay, now let's go into the new box. Let's have a look at the new rush box. And I'm assuming that Seven's Road might be a viable option because I think it can have the potential to boost its attack to pretty high amounts, which I think is crucial in like the early Rush Duel meta game, and also probably like Multi-Strike Dragon is probably gonna be meta, I think, because that card is just really good as a boss monster, I think. Anyway, let's have a look at the new stuff we got. We're gonna have to go through a lot of new cards because all of the cards in Rush Duels I have not seen before, aside from basically the ace monsters. Oh, 140 packs. Okay, that's interesting. Oh wait, we also get a little favorite toggle, I guess. Anyway, let's look at the cards. Seventh Road, I know what this does. I've watched the anime. Multi-Strike Dragon, I think, is probably going to be one of the best boss monsters, just because it has a pretty high base attack, and also it can just attack twice, which is good. Kree Bot, what does this do? If you have no other monsters on your field, pay 500 life points, add a Kree Bot from a graveyard to your hand. How is this good? Oh, it's just like tribute fodder. Never mind. I can see why it's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's very good. It's just a lot of tribute fodder. And then Dragonic Slayer, you have one. If you have a face up level 7 or higher dragon type monster on your field other than discard, you pop a backrow. Okay, but it's level 7, so I don't think it's gonna be very easy to summon. But I guess popping backrow is nice. I think it's probably going to be a rare effect for Rush Duel monsters to have, so I might see why this is an ultra rare. But how good this effect is going to entirely depend on how strong the backrow is, and also how many monsters how many backrow removal effects that we actually have in this Rush Duel set, basically. Yeah, that's the other ace monster. You pay 1,000 life points, and all face-up monsters on your field get attack equal to the number of monsters on your opponent's side of the field times 300. That's gonna be another pretty good boss monster just to boost your attack. I don't know if that's better than Seven's Row because I think Seven's Row is probably going to boost more attack than the guitar most of the time. But we'll see. That's like Yami Ruler. That's the other boss monster. I remember this has some kind of like floodgate effect, if I remember correctly. During the turn, use normal summon discard, change its battle position. Why does it have to tell you what changing battle position is? I don't think that's necessary. It's just so much text, so much unnecessary text. And you have to print this in every single card. Anyway, uh, until the end of the opponent's turn, while this card is face up, neither player can tribute summon level 7 or higher monsters. Yes, it's a floodgate that prevents your opponent from making big monsters. But it's only for one turn. So if you have a way to get rid of it, I think you can still do it. Yeah, while this card is face up. So if you have a spell that just gets rid of it, you can still play the game, basically. Pierce effect. Choose one face up monster in your field. If it attacks a defense position, it's just piercing damage. How is this an ultra rare? It just gives you piercing. How good is piercing? Why is this worth an ultra rare? I don't understand. Dion Keto the Boogie Master. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard and gain 1,000 life points. How is this an ultra rare? It just gains life points. It doesn't even have that much attack. I mean, like a 7's row could probably beat over it. How is this an ultra rare? Okay, Dark Magician Girl. I guess. I mean, Summon Skull is probably just better, but I guess Dark Magician Girl is not a legend, so you might have situations where you consider this card over Summon Skull. But there are probably level 5 or 6 monsters that are just better than Dark Magician, so it's probably just an ultra solely for legacy reasons. And what is this card? Aqua. Send one level 5 or higher monster from your hand to the graveyard. Change attack position non-aqua type monsters on your opponent's side to face up defense up to the number of aqua monsters on your field. Okay, so it just changes battle position, so you can just beat over your monsters easier. Okay, I could see that. I could see how this is good. Um, because yeah, the defense of the boss monsters aren't particularly high. Yeah, they don't have a lot of defense except for the floodgate. But yeah, I could see how that would be good. Gravity Press Dragon, level 6. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard. One face-up monster loses 700 attack or defense. I guess. I mean, that allows you to basically beat over anything with 22 attack or lower. But even then, it's not very high, and you need a discard. Dragonic Pressure. Send 3 dragon monsters from your hand to the graveyard, destroy all monsters on the field. Ooh. But you need to send 3 dragon monsters. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know, but it might be. I mean, it's a -4 for a board wipe. Oh, I guess you can special summon level 4 dragon monster from your graveyard. So I guess it's just -3, not a -4. Okay. 7th row witch, level 6. Send a card from your hand to graveyard. Special summon blah 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 from your hand. And if you summoned 7th row magician, that discard gains 400 attack. Yeah, I mean that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. You get a free summon. Okay, what does this do? Send top card and then gain attack. Nothing too special. Send a card from your hand to graveyard. Face up monster in your opponent's field loses 300 attack. But it is a level 3, so it's gonna be pretty easy to summon this card. I guess. And honestly, I don't know if sending cards from your hand to graveyard is that big of a cost in Rush Duels. I've not actually played any Rush Duels like at all. I just know how the rules work. So I don't know if sending cards is that big of a deal. I know you draw your entire hand every single turn, but I mean, it still seems bad if you discard a card just for a 300 attack reduction. It doesn't seem very good. Because like I know you're drawing 5 cards every single time, but you could use those cards for something else, like maybe like another tribute summon monster. I don't know. I've not played Rush Duels. Requirement: if you have a face of level 7 or higher spellcaster, turn your normal summon discard. You can send this face-up card from your field to the graveyard. It's level 7. I don't think it's gonna be very good. Destroy all face-up level 6 or higher monsters on your opponent's field. It's another board wipe. But from the effects that I'm seeing, board wipes are very cost heavy. So there's no such thing as like a dark hole, which just blows everything up for free. You need to go at least like -3 to get a board wipe. That's what I'm seeing. So I guess board wipes are pretty valuable in this game. Phantom Bind. When your opponent declares an attack, the attack of that monster loses attack equal to the number of monsters with the same type times 100. Times 100 only? Is that even gonna reduce that much? I'm not sure. From what I'm seeing, the attack modifications is definitely very common, but it seems like even like a 300 attack boost or a 300 attack reduction is very significant. But we'll have to actually play those out to see if it's actually that good or not. Level 8. Requirement: if your opponent has no attack position monsters on their field during the turn, your normal summon discards and the top card of your graveyard. And this card can attack directly. Oh, so that like combos with the this card, which switches everything to defense. Okay, we have level 6. If a face-up defense position monster is on the field, once face-up monster the opponent's field loses 500 attack and defense. So yeah, okay. I think in Rush Drill standards is pretty good. I'm assuming. Folder Blitzed Infinite Dream. What a weird name. Your opponent's life points are at least 2,000 higher than yours. You inflict 1,500 damage to your opponent. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, it doesn't really gain you advantage other than reducing your opponent's life points, which I don't think it really does that much. But who knows? Its attack is kind of like mid for level 7. very basest. If you have a face-up psychic type monster other than this card, you pay 500. Summon level 2 psychic from your graveyard to your field. So that would be good if it's not level 6, but I'm not sure if it's really that good if it's a level 6, because if you're summoning back something from a graveyard, you could have just, normal summoned another low level monster and it would have achieved the same thing. The only difference is that I guess it has 1600 attack, which is probably high in Rush Duel standards, maybe. But, like, instead of tribute summoning this card, you could have just normal summoned another monster. Hammer Crush. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard, destroy a spell trap. Okay, so I guess popping backward is not as rare as I thought. So I don't think you have to go all the way to make this just to pop one backward. You could just play a spell that does that. But yeah, okay. I will not go over every single of the low rarity cards because I don't think that those cards is going to be a huge impact, and also most of them are just vanillas. So I'm just not going to go over them. But yeah. Do I think it's worth it? I mean, it's like the first Rush Duel pack, so if you're gonna play Rush Duels, you're definitely gonna need to get this box. So there's no comparison. It's not like we have another box that we could, choose. So yeah, I guess it's good just because we don't have anything else. And yeah, let's. Oh, we can't even get the box because we need the seventh world. Okay. Okay, so I guess okay. Let's also go to the card catalog and see if we get any good Rush Duel cards from the level up rewards. Sort by release date. Okay. Dark Magician. How do you obtain Dark Magician? Is it from? Oh, it's from an event. Okay. Oh yeah, it's from the login. Okay, those are from the box. Oh, we get Guide to Fierce Knight. It's level 7. It's 2300. I guess it's just a worse version of this card, which is also level 7 and 2300 attack. But this is a vanilla, and this is not, and this actually has a good effect. So it's just lore. Max Raider, so it's like activated but good. No, it's not good. It's just a vanilla with 24. I don't think it's good. I mean, 7's Road could beat over it, so it's not good. 7's Road is actually not a legend, which is funny. Lamoon. Oh, it's just a Nocha. It's not even that good. Okay, Phoenix Dragon. I've not seen this card. Send one card from your hand to your graveyard. Add a level 5 or higher dragon. Okay, so it just gets you back your big monster. So if you have a multi-strike dragon that it's already in your graveyard, you can just grab it back, summon it again. Seems pretty good. And also it's limit free for that exact reason. Okay. Kribar, we know this card. Roman Pick. What's that? If your opponent is life points lower than your opponent's pay 500, so lower your life points even more. Okay. Send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. If a psychic type monster is among the cards sent, add a psychic from your graveyard to your hand. So it's basically like duality for psychics. It also sends from what I'm seeing, search effects are not common. I have not seen a single search effect out of all the Rush Duel cards, but grabbing cards from a graveyard is a lot more common. So I guess milling cards is a good thing because you can always grab back the stuff you milled with some other card. So it's probably a good card. Bonded Bowling. Change one attack position level 7. or higher war time monster on your field to face up defense and draw a card. It's just upstart. That's basically upstart. But you also need to sacrifice one of your monsters and basically not allow it to attack. Which I don't think I don't know if it's worth it. But anyway. Climax finale. You can pay life points equal to the psychic monsters. I think psychics might be an archetype that is actually playable. Looking at the amount of psychic support we have. Effect: one face-up psychic monster on your field gains attack equal to number of psychics in your graveyard. Okay, so it's an attack boost. Cool. Yeah. Oh, wait, we haven't seen this card. Piercing Dragon Bunker Strike. Send a top card to your graveyard during your turn. You know, summon draw cards equal to the number of monsters in your opponent's field and place cards from your hand equal to the number of cards drawn. Okay, that seems pretty good. It like shuffles your hand, and it probably helps you dig into the good spells or traps, which I think is nice. We have more vanillas. We've seen this card, more vanillas. Okay, this actually looks like a good vanilla. It has good stats for a level 6. For what I'm seeing. Okay, more stuff. That's the changing battle. I think changing battle positions is also it also might be a pretty powerful effect in Rush Duels from what I'm seeing. I think the way you so removal is not very common, and oftentimes you're gonna have to go -3 just to destroy a couple of your opponent's monsters. So the main form of removal is going to be by battle. And you're going to either do that by boosting your own monster's attack or changing the battle positions of your opponent's monsters. And both effects are going to be pretty crucial in the game. Okay, we get a bunch of... what is this card? Your opponent has a face-up level 7 or higher monster. You have 2 face-up non-level 3 giant monsters. You draw a card. Okay, this seems pretty good. It's 3 draws for a level 3. Draconic Pressure. Oh yeah, we've seen this. Road Magic Explosion. If you have a face-up level 7 or higher spellcaster monster on your field, send a fire attribute monster from your hand to graveyard, and then inflict damage. Inflict damage, I don't think it's a very good effect. It doesn't gain you card advantage. More Psychic support. I think Psychic is probably going to be tier 1. Maybe. Or maybe Dragons, because, I mean, Multi-Strike seems like a pretty good monster. But we haven't looked at this. We haven't looked at the skills yet, so that might still change things. Anyway, Psychic Wall. When your opponent's monster declares an attack on your Psychic monster, you shuffle a Psychic from the graveyard back to your deck, and then gain 500 attack. This seems pretty good. And then I won't go over the low rarity stuff. But okay, I guess we have seen all the new cards that we got in the new update. Let me just have a quick summary or personal opinions on the new stuff we got. For Speed Duels, Terrors of the Overroad is a pretty good card. Even though we didn't get a new box, a new actual box, we only got a super mini. Overroad is a good stable card, and it's also a good option for players that are willing to spend a bit of money but not that much, because it's a super mini, so it's pretty easy to get free copies of Overroot just by spending a few. So I think it's better than Crackdown. It's slightly better than Crackdown. It's still probably gonna depend on your deck and your playstyle and the metagame, but I think Overroot is a bit better than Crackdown. So if you're gonna spend money to get a limit free trap, Overroad is probably the best way to go because it's the cheapest to get and it's pretty good. For Rush Duels, I have not seen the skills yet, but by looking at the stuff that the new Rush Duel cards we got, um, we basically don't have a lot of options to play because obviously it's a new mechanic and we only have one single box for it. But from the stuff that I see, uh, the main game plan of basically Rush Duels as a whole is just beating over your opponent's big monsters. So attack modulating effects and battle position changing effects is really, really good. And discards are also probably not as bad as speed duels because we draw 5 cards every single turn. And yeah, psychics are probably going to be pretty popular because we have a bunch of support for that. Dragons is probably also going to be pretty good because multi-strike dragon is pretty good. Seventh Road might also be good because it's a pretty good boss overall, and also it's the main character's boss monster, which means it might get a broken skill. Actually don't know how good the skills are. I haven't looked at the skills yet, so I won't give too much of an opinion on which decks would be good. But Rush Duels seem like a pretty nice alternative option to play in Duel Links. So yeah, thanks for watching, goodbye.